breakdown of the Kansas City Chiefs. So if you like that offense, come join. Just leave a like, subscribe, and you'll see more videos like this. Alright, so the first play we're going to go under is it's called, here it is, PA All Go. This is a good deep threat play. As you'll see, I'm using the 49ers all-time book that you can download from anywhere. The reason I'm doing this is because the Niners are dreadful and I want to be able to use them in my breakdowns. So this play in particular is really good with those tight end routes. Either tight end route can get open deep versus most cover twos. You're not going to get it every time, so this is a shot play, only run about once or twice a game. So try and hit it. And that's about all you can do on that one. It's more of a surprise play. See any of the other plays in here. Quick slants, you know, we all know how to run quick slants. They're not as good as they used to be, but you just watch the flat defender. Hit, fumble. And that's why they're not as good as they used to be. Okay, so the next play in single back ace is dive. Halfback blast, dive, and trap. They all run basically the same. So just run them if you need a run play out of this. I'm only going to go over spot a couple times because it's the same concept in every playbook or every formation. So there's two ways you can run spot. You can do it stock like this. Just read the flat defender and see where you're going to go with the ball. Pretty simple read to make, honestly. And then the other thing you can read it, or the other way you can play it, is you can streak the far right receiver, and then you can in or drag or slant your left tight end. That way you get a flood concept, and you just throw the flood. Alright. The next play in the book, I'm going in book order, so the book will be in the description below. Where the next play is screen, this halfback slip screen. This screen is really cool because you can flip it to either side without any giveaways, since it's single back balanced ace or whatever. The next play is Kansas City flood. So we're gonna drag slant, or in that far right receiver, and then we're gonna just run this flood. Just hit the open guy on floods. It's really simple because when you flood a side of a defense, unless they're in Mabel, it should get open. Mabel can easily stop it, but it's just Mabel. So let's see. Next play is in single back doubles. The halfback dive in single back doubles is a pretty decent play. I like to run it every so often. It's not like the best play you can do, but it's one of them. PAY corner is the next play. So we're going to go do that one. Oops, meant to hit random defense. Okay, so this one. Alright, so sail. It's a flat concept. Or no, it's a flood concept. I don't know why I said flat concept. Alright, so it's pretty simple. You just gotta do something with this slot receiver. So you can in him, slant him, drag him, do whatever you want. It'll get you a better flood. And then I like that that halfback route. It was covered right there, but if you can throw it early, it gets a pretty good separation. That was a bad play right there. But let's try it one more time. Try and show you a good one. But yeah, it's simple flood. You're going to notice in these books, a lot of the plays are concept based rather than money play. Because I want to give you plays that you can run through pretty much every year of Madden. So the next play is out of doubles still. I don't know why I went to that one. Where'd it go? Okay, so any screen with two blockers, like this wide receiver screen, is that's the magic number of blockers you need to run an effective screen. So it didn't work right there, but if you have 2 to 3 blockers on these wide receiver screens, they're more effective. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is on that screen. Alright, so bubbles. Bubbles, not the Powerpuff Girl. This one you're going to run pretty simply. So I like running this one actually to this side, and I'm going to show you why. What I like to do on this play is if you get the throw early, you throw it to Clark. But if you don't get the throw, you're going to scramble to QB. So, got the throw. Just try and get some yards. Let me try and show you again. Try it over here. Alright, it was covered. So the defense plays pretty badly when you're on a bubble screen like that, so you can actually scramble. It's just a bad read. Alright, so draw. Draw is an effective play. I've been putting draws in the book ever since I've found out how good they were against certain kind of blitzes. So overload blitzes, really. So let's do the most popular overload blitz. Or what is it called? Buck slant show too. Okay, so what you do is you just kind of run it. Sometimes they'll get in the backfield like that, but other times you'll actually have the time to try and take it up to that side, because most plays you're going to play online are going to put that other side right there into a flat zone, making that line like perfectly able to block. So I'm not able to show you it without having another defensive controller, but I promise you that if someone's overload blitzing and they're putting a zone on the right side, you can easily run it to the right side. Okay. Alright, next one is divide. So this play is it's just a concept I've been running all year. Particularly this year. You just out your halfback like that, and since you have 2 clearing routes to the right, your halfback's gonna get open, or if open, your Rice receiver over there, yeah, this receiver right there, he's gonna get open right after. So, nope, yep. It's easy to read play. Not too much to it. You know. Okay, so now back to doubles. The next play is Z-spot. It's exactly like the other Z-spot I showed you. You can run it stock or just turn it into a flood. Don't really want to go over that again. PA post. Alright, so this one. This is a shot play, so run it once or twice a game, usually towards the beginning of the game, or the beginning of the third, to try and throw them off. So yeah, you just you do that to get the big play. That's all you have to do. It's a simple concept. Single back jumbo pair is our next one. So just like I do with all jumbo pairs, if they don't have halfback ace power or something like that, you just come out and power. And see how the left side is unblocked or unpacked? You just flip it like that and just run it to that side, and you should hopefully get a couple yards. You'll get a big yard in Ultimate Team if you have a good back. So yeah, pretty simple. The other thing you can do is, if you see how the middle is that open, just audible to halfback dive and just run it right up the middle. Alright, so stretch is also in there. That's just something you can run to kind of throw them off. It's not the most effective run by far, because it's kind of terrible. So there's this tight end drive. I like it because if they're really baiting your run, you can just run this and usually get something like that, because there'll be a lot of people will try and stop your run with blitzes. So in a man blitz, yeah, your drag is gonna get it wide open, or that deep one. See, that was a fire blitz, so that wasn't man. You can also, versus zero blitzes, just throw it up to one of your wide receivers like that. Pretty simple. Alright, so the next one is actually an audible, PA tight end seam. I like to drag the tight end. You don't have to, but you can actually smoke screen your left wide receiver. And if you get the time in the pocket, your tight end over there should get open deep. Pretty simple. Alright, so the next play is spot. The spot on here is, it looks weird, but it plays just about like any other spot. The cool thing about this spot, though, is you can either keep it the way it is, because it gives you a corner out to one side and a spot to the other. You can streak him like that and it gives you a C route and a flood. Or you could do it this way and have a flood with a spot and a C route over there. Yeah, I got confused in the reads. I was trying to throw it to RB. But yeah, I'm sure you can see what I mean by this. So just hit the open guy. Make sure you know who your reads are so you don't accidentally throw it to the wrong guy like I keep doing. Alright, so single back Y trips is the next one. Yeah, single back Y trips. Alright, so wide receiver screen, two blockers, good screen. Yeah. Oop. Yeah. Best you can do on that play, really. Alright, so the next one is drive. So we're gonna run a slot drive. So you just gotta make your reads. You're gonna, most of the time you're gonna out this left wide receiver and smart route him. If you're facing cover 3, he should get open, but cover 3 press, like we're looking at now, it might not. So you're going to look at the drag to in. So you're going to look at the Davis and Clark routes. Versus cover 2, you're going to look at the drag and then... wait, drag to in. Oh, okay. So cover 2, you're going to look at the drag to in, the Davis and Clark route again, but you're also going to look at the Owens route as your big play beater. So just make your reads, try and get the open play. Alright, so stick and nod is the next one. Where is it? Stick and nod. Alright, so stick and nod. You're going to read the in. So, or it's not an in, but it's a zig or whatever. You can either leave it like that or you can slant him. You're just trying to get either the slant or that zig tight end route. So, yeah, couldn't hit it right there because coverage was too good. But another way to kind of control the defense is swing the halfback. And that should help get the tight end or the slant open. Alright, so now I have a goal line play out of here. It is, where is it at? Y trail. I like this play in the goal line because you get a slant, a high point tight end, and a fade. So you can throw the fade. Hope you get the fade like that. You can try and look at the reads. So slant or Vernon Davis. Yeah, I shouldn't have high pointed it, but it was open. So slant or Vernon Davis. Okay, that was just sailed because Kaepernick's still terrible even in an all-time team. Okay, and then obviously your last option is run it in, but some people don't have that option because quarterbacks. Okay, so one more time. Yeah, that time it worked, but I'm sure you can see why I like it. I like to have a high point person at tight end and a high point person at where Owens is. That left fade, you're never gonna throw. Never gets open anyway. Alright, so this next one is oh, what's it called? China. Where is it? Kansas City, China. Okay, so this is in a goal line, so we're gonna move it back. Okay, there, close enough to the middle. Okay, so what we like to do on this, it's not, I don't really have a setup for it. I just like that tight end route right there, because most people are running nickel 2 or cover 2 or any kind of cover 2 blitz. So the seam gets open pretty much right away if it's a nickel 2 blitz. If not, you have the drag. Pretty simple. You don't really have to see too much about it. And then let's see, what are the PA read. Let's see, was this one effective? I think it's a flood. Yeah, it's a flood with a delay route. But it looked like it was a decent QB run, but that's probably a one-time thing. Alright, bunch ace. Alright, bunch ace. Let's see. First play is verts. Alright, so I like to max protect, put Davis in a out like this, and then I motion out Owens and snap it before he gets set to get the delay, and then throw it to either Owens or Davis. Pretty easy, not much else to it. This is a shot play right here. This fork shot. So you're either gonna throw it to one of the posts if you have time. So I'll try to run it one more time. Yeah, it's not a very good post, so don't really run it. The next play is boot. Where is it? Boot slide. Alright, boot slide. I like to slant this Owens receiver, giving me an all cross. Then you can smoke Rice or small hitch him or whatever, or you could streak him. Either way, he's gonna just be a diversion route. So now that because he was hitched like that, Owens actually got a better coverage to beat. Now let's run that again, but with him streaked. So that helps you actually hit the underneath routes. Or in this case, nothing was open. But I'm sure you get the idea. And no one runs goal line. Stupid computer. Okay, so yeah, that was a simple one. You can try and run it with the QB if you can, but it's not a real boot. PA end around. This one since there's no adjustments you can make, you're either going to throw it to the halfback, the tight end, or run it with the QB. Whatever comes first. Pretty simple. Spot is on this. The cool thing about this one's spot is that post route. That's really the only redeeming factor of this one. You can run it like a flood like the other ones, just in a bunch set. Sorry about that. I feel like I have a cold. So Z option is pretty fun. So this play, you're gonna smart route the Rice route and make it look like that. So what you're gonna do is as soon as he makes his break, you're gonna throw it and try and get the cheese yardage. The computer blocked it right there, but it intercepted right there. But online, most of the time, since the user people are using is responsible for that route, they're playing aggressive somewhere else, so it gets almost wide open. I'm not allowed to show you how good this play is because the computer doesn't want you to know. But when you do that left route enough, people are going to go into Tampa 2 and try and stop it, which is going to cause the B route to become a C route, and that becomes a very effective route. Yeah, so you're going to have to try this route on your own because the computer doesn't want me to show you how good it is. Hey, hey, hey. Alright, so Y trail. Where is it? Oh, drive Y trail. Alright, so I like to block the halfback, and then you have an all cross, so just hit the open all cross. Pretty easy. Alright, so next one, single back ace twins. Alright, first play we're going to look at out of here is... I should have gave it a name in the book. Boot corner. It's called boot corner. So, out of all the boots, this is not a good one. But you can always try and do it. The reason I don't like it as much is there's no quick route. But the cool thing about all boot plays, or all boots, is they give you a QB run option. And it's better than any option play you're ever going to run. Trust me. Oop. Yeah, because the downfield blocking actually works. Alright, so spot. Spot again. Alright, I'll break down the spot, but I'll tell you why. Where is it at? Z or X spot. Alright, so spots from a spread set like that are actually probably more effective than any other spot. Because the tight end will get open pretty well, and then the spot route actually is a good decoy for most of the coverage. So, look at that. Yeah, it's a decent one. And then, of course, you can always run it like a flood again. So, pretty easy. Alright, so next one is I-Form Pro. We're going to do cute halfback scissor, or PA scissor. It's a very simple one. It's a flood, so try and hit the open guy. It's not the most effective because of all the pressures, and then how unopened the flood gets. It's like one of the worst floods, even though you have that post over there. You don't have much time in the pocket, and things don't get open, but it's something you can run if you just need another play. Alright, so slide. So this I-Form Pro slide. Yeah, this is one of the most unique plays I've ever seen in a playbook. I like to streak the rice route, and then since it's basically an all cross, but you're on a boot. Just hit the open guy, and if no one's open, run with the QB because you might get some downfield blocking. Hate colds. So, yep. Oop. Pretty simple. Not much to it. Okay, so let's see. The audibles are inside zone. Inside zone out of this isn't bad, but it isn't good. So I'd keep that in mind. Alright, so I-Form Pro. Next play. We're going to look at QB, or fullback fake halfback toss, or fullback dive strong. So if you run this enough, people are going to try and bite on it. That's what made it such an effective play last year. Oh. Okay, so fullback fake halfback flip. Alright, so this is a great goal line play. Mostly because you can fool that outside linebacker most of the time. Clowney is one of the few cards that can actually stop it, like consistently anyway. Most cards can stop it a few times. So the next play is screen. It's just a screen out of I-Form. Let's see, where's that at? Yeah, it's fullback screen. It's a unique screen, so I'll run it. Since no one's ever expecting the fullback, it should be fine. But yeah, I'm not getting the blocking for it right now. It might be a good play with Marcel Reese. Yeah, but the blocking is not really there. Oh my god, I need some get better. All right, twin flex, fullback fake. Alright. So this fullback fake flip, just like the other one, great goal line play. You just have two more blockers on the wide receiver. Halfback lead dive, probably the best run play in this book outside of the halfback power G. It has the ability to give you a home run kind of run. PA cross in. It's just an all cross, so make sure you hit the all cross. Pretty simple. Shot's the next one. It's just a C route flood. So it plays like a flood, but it has a C route, so it gets open a lot quicker. See, where is it at? Oh, right, wrong formation. Yeah, misdirection shot. So this is a flood play, but you have a C route and a outside post. So something's gonna get open, but you might not have the like the catch and traffic zone or whatever they would call it to actually hold on to it. Alright, so yeah, that's that play. Alright, next play. So the next play in the book is actually a scheme that was given to me by Horn Mush 2000 for I-form tight pair. So I left it in there for him. He calls it the tight pair triple option, where he uses heavy personnel. So let's see, is that one of these? No. So I'm sure he just means that he has linemen at these two spots, the two tight ends, and probably Peters at wide receiver. So he comes out. He says he comes out in halfback toss, and then his audible is halfback power G, and your other audible is let's see. Yeah, so you get power G and power O, and a PA power O. So they're all pretty decent plays. He says just make sure you make your reads. If you see them bunched up like this, the toss should be effective. I just got tackled by my own lineman, but there was a hole there. If they're a little bit more spread out like that, power G, and then just run it. It's been nerfed to hell, but it still works. So just not every time. As you can clearly see, I am failing at running it, but I'm sure some of you people have more experience running the power G than I do. Because I tried running it at the beginning of the year, but it never worked for me. I don't know why it worked for so many. Like that looked like it could have been open, but my halfback tripped. And then of course, yeah, the iPhone Pro Twins or iPhone pair is just a good run play for heavy smash mouth. So Strong Pro is the next one we're gonna look at. FL Trive is a fun play. I usually block the halfback because the timing on this play is so like you need so much time in the pocket, and if you don't block the halfback, you're probably gonna get sacked. So most of the time you're gonna look for that fullback route because it's gonna get wide open against most things. If it's not open, the drag should have been open or the corner should have been open. Alright, so the next one is a slide play. It is this one somewhere. Or was it the next one? Oh, I should have labeled that better on the playbook. PA slide. Alright, so just like all slides, you're going to streak Rice, or you're going to smoke him. So we'll do it smoked. Okay, so yeah, always the QB run is one option, and then Rathman is your quick throw, and then your tight end is your usually the other read. So I got sacked immediately right there, and that's gonna happen if you're facing a zero blitz or some kind of edge blitz. But yeah, just throw the open guy. Throw the open guy or run with the QB. Like, pretty self-explanatory. Since you're doing the boot, things are going to get open a little easier. Make sure you have a good throw on the run now for your QB, though. If you don't, you're probably not going to get it. Alright, so PA boot. I meant to run it to that side. Alright, so you're gonna swing your fullback and just run it the same way you've been doing all these other boot plays. Nothing was there, so you either throw it away or try and get back to the line. We'll run it to this side once. Alright. Alright. It's a difficult play, but yeah, it's fun enough. I like the thing about these slide plays is the QB run is weirdly only to the left. When you try and run it to the right, you get this weird stutter step. So I don't know why they did it that way, but that's how it works. Alright, so Pistol Strong Twins is actually the next one. It is. The first one's going to be boot left tackle. It's going to play just like these other sides we've been doing. So look for the open guy or run with the QB. So I could have thrown it to my tight end over there, but I didn't. Or Owens. Yeah, so hit the open guy or run it with the QB. The audibles in this formation, let's see. So PA boot left tackle is actually an audible. I didn't mean to flip it, but... Alright, so... We're going to do... the next one is... PA power O. So what you do is you motion this wide receiver over here to the right. You're going to streak him. Gives you a flood concept. And you just try and hit the open guy. Pretty simple. The try option, even though it's in this book, I don't like it. Just gonna say that now. So it's here, but I don't like it. Because it's a decent handoff, but if you ever get the option to pitch, and they cover up the pitch ball, your quarterback does not even try to run. It's annoying. It makes the play almost unusable. So, that's just something to keep in mind. Pistol weak. That's the next one. Alright, so where's that? PA crossers. So this one plays a lot like the draw shot from the New England high form. You're going to just swing that fullback. And then if you see hard flats, you're going to throw to the Davis route. If you see cloud flats, you're going to see throw the Rathman route. Now that linebacker wasn't something, but it played both. But still got it, so not complaining. Yeah, so yeah, pretty easy. The next play is a shot play still out of the pistol weak. PA boot. So the two things we can do, we could smoke screen Owens and run it just like like all these other draw shots we've been doing, where you throw it to the fullback or you throw it to the other guy. So we'll do it that way first. Alright, so I was sacked before the Rice route got open, which is going to be an issue, I assure you, because timing is always an issue in every book I ever use. It was well covered up that time too, so I don't rely on it at all. But that Davis route, look at that weird looking tight end. So a shot play, if you run this once a game, you might get it. So I'm not getting the blocking at all for some reason. But let's see if I can get it this time. Yep, got it. So that's a one-time shot play. I usually like to run that at the beginning of the game, try and throw them off guard. It's a pistol weak. Where's that at? Power option. Alright, so this one, you're just going to pitch at the last second. Try and get the yards. So, I didn't get the yards because I'm terrible at this thing, but some people are really good at it. So, yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. I want to talk about the read options for a sec. So, I've noticed that this year, the read option, obviously it's garbage and you can't run it normally. But if you have a scrambling QB, the handoff read is going to be 70% of the reads. So what's gonna happen with that is the hand is actually gonna work as a kind of quicker inside zone. So if you run it that way, you should get pretty good yardage. I handed it off, didn't hand off. So yeah, just look at the handoff read. It's a decent inside zone. So just keep that in mind when you're running, because you might get a big play off of it just because of how the game is weird. Alright, so the next one we're gonna look at Y corner. It's another flood. One thing you do is, I guess, in him. Yeah, I just didn't make it read there. I just kind of threw it to whoever I thought would get open. Alright, so I'm just trying to get someone open. Alright, so Wildcat is the next one we're gonna look at. Alright, so this is a solo challenge play, 100% of the time. So I like to run either the power or the sweep. So the sweep is a guaranteed halfback handoff to the edge. The power gives you the option to do both, but for whatever reason, it'll glitch sometimes. Instead of handoff, you'll still take it with the halfback. So I like to keep it with the halfback no matter what, because in a solo challenge, what's going to happen is you're actually going to get some really nice blocks for the halfback, and you can get the deep play. But online versus like actual users, all they have to put is QB contain or QB spy, and that actually will shut it down. So I'd look to ignore that play. PA slide. So that's the next one. We're gonna either streak, slant, or smoke rice. Do whatever you want. Slanting him gives him a viable route. So then you just throw it to the open guy. So right there. Another thing you do is just quick throw the halfback, and if sometimes when you get the throw quick enough, he can run for a good amount of yards. I don't know why he keeps doing this jump catch thing, but yeah, if he wasn't doing that, he'd be getting some good yardage. Okay, so PA wheel, is that an option? Yeah. So PA wheel, this is just one where you're going to try and get it to Craig and hope your downfield blocking works. Boop. Yeah, pretty simple. Just hope your downfield blocking works and then you get a nice play. So shovel option is also in here. I don't like it, but some people do. So I'm not going to show you it because I'm not going to show you all a play that does not work for me. Huh, that's weird. I wonder what formation that is. It's some kind of try option. No, it's not bunch. Oh, here it is. Bunch offset. Let me fix that in the book. It doesn't have the name, so see bunch offset. Okay, so the first play we're gonna look at is the read option. This is a decent inside zone. I think read options give you a very small speed burst. So always keep that in mind when you're running it. Inside zone and offset plays are the best. They're the best runs, basically. Yeah, pretty simple. That PAFL screen, it's decent enough. I don't like it. The sprint Z option, it's okay, but again, I don't like it. So gun bunch weak. Where is it at? Alright, here, gun bunch weak. Alright, so the first play we're gonna look at is, oh, that's not gun bunch weak. Dang glitchiness. Alright, so gun bunch weak. Alright, PA post. That's the first one we're gonna look at. Drag your tight end, motion out your wide receiver, snap throw, get the delay route, and then hit just hit whoever's open. All three of those bunch routes can get open at some point. Really, every route on this play is a viable throw. You got to throw the corner out a lot earlier than all the others, but yeah, you can get something. The second way you can do this is if you're placing cover 2. Streak Vernon Davis and still motion the wide receiver. It helps you throw this that play right there a lot easier. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so bunch trail is the next one. Let's see, where is it at? Bunch trail, bunch trail, bunch trail. Alright, right there. So this is a goal line play, usually about on the 5-yard line. So what you're going to want to do is motion your slot receiver right over here. Re-drag your far right receiver and throw a high point pass to either your tight end or your slot post. So Kaepernick keeps selling these passes, but if you have an accurate QB, you should be able to hit them. So pretty simple. Next play is also goal line, and I believe it's an audible. Yeah, spacing. So on the 2-yard line, spacing is a pretty decent play. Just hit your open guy. Pretty simple. Right, back to the 50-yard line. Alright, so verts is the next one. I like the max protect. Out Vernon Davis, motion Owens, snap throw, get the motion route, and then throw it to either Davis or Owens. Get the open play. The other way you can run this formation is max protect. Slant Davis, and do a drag for Owens, and then just try and hit someone open, since it becomes an all cross right there. Alright, so divide is the next one. Alright, divide. Kansas City divide. So block. You don't have the halfback, but just try and hit something open, because all these are kind of unique routes. But yeah, that's really all you have to do. If you leave the halfback as it is, look at the halfback and tight end routes, and just hit someone open. Pretty simple. Next one's mesh post. It's a decent mesh because yeah, so you have a post route on the mesh. You can block your halfback, so that's one thing you can do. Then you just kind of got to hit someone open. Usually that post will be open. So, pretty simple. Alright, next one is Kansas City drive. I block the halfback, and then just got to hit the open guy. It's usually gonna be your tight end or your slot receiver doing the little ends. But yeah, that's a good play for most teams will have a decent time running that. All right, empty tray. Empty tray. All right, so wide receiver screen. This is the best wide receiver screen in the book. You have 3 blockers to the right, and then if that's covered, you can blind throw the corner hitch over there. So you got the play this time. Alright, so now that you have still have it. But yeah, it's the best one. I'm gonna run it another time and see if I can do the blind throw. So always watch the tight end, and then if the screen's open, you just blind throw it to that corner over there. So the screen's open, throw the screen. If the screen is covered, blind throw that corner out. It will be open, because the best way to stop these screens is to coverage. So if they're if you're blind throwing it to that player over there, and he's in man coverage, you're just gonna get a wide open play. But yeah, I guess it's just been playing cover 3 the whole time, so I can't show you that one. Alright, so slot cross. slot cross. Yeah, it's a decent play. I look at the ins, mostly the ins and the drags. Try and hit something deep like that. Pretty simple. Corner strike's the next one. You all know how to run corner strike. I don't really need to talk about that one. See route. Strong flood. This is one of the best floods because it has just such deep. I threw a bad play, but yeah, well, you're just gonna be looking for a deep throw. Yeah, it's not giving me anything, but I assure you this is a good flood. Okay, I want to run this until I get something, because I know it's a good play. I don't know why it's not letting me show you anything. It's like getting perfectly covered. Guess that's all I'm getting. Yeah, so QB draw. This is a surprisingly good goal line play. Because look, you get 1 yard before anyone gets near you. So yeah, that's a good goal line. So is the stick route. I like running this in the goal line, just possession catching it to your either slant route. Gun tray open's going to be the next formation we're going to go in. So let's look at gun tray open. Alright, so the first play we're going to look at is... Alright, so we get a QB draw out of here. So here's your surprisingly good goal line play. Alright, your options are Kansas City cross, which is a really nice play. Just smoke screen that wide receiver, and then throw the deep route. Pretty easy. Your other options are this will be the best regular verts because of that dragon route at your halfback. If I have time and stuff, you know, I can show you how good this halfback is. Yeah, I keep getting sacked, but I'm trying to get that halfback route open. Just want to show you how good it is as a dragon route. Well, if you have time in the pocket and that gets open, it's a dragon route, so it means it's going to have a quick break. And you'll get further upfield a lot easier. Gun tray open. Alright, so read option. Decent inside zone. So just remember that's a good inside zone. Alright, so next one is Kansas City Earner. That's a weird sounding name. Where is it at? Kansas City Corner. I just spelled it wrong. Okay, so the easiest thing, you have 2 clear out streaks over there. So that means the Clark route could get open, and then you also have C route to the left. But yeah, this is a more of a shot play than anything. Just you have the quick throw to the halfback as your bailout, and the other stuff is just there. Alright, so next play. Tray open. What's this play called? I really didn't label this one good. Kansas City drive. So I like to block the halfback and run it as a slot drive. Pretty simple. Y corner is the next one. Y corner, Y corner, Y corner. Where are you? I know you're in here. Oh, there you are. Okay, so you see where the halfback is gonna, on his route, he goes straight up. That's where you're gonna want to throw it. Yeah, so a good catch in traffic halfback, which there's not many of, but there is some. This is just a hard play for someone to stop, and when they start trying to force it, so then that's when you have this in route right here. This is just a user attacking play, so I don't run it that much. Is gun white chips in here? Oh, so that's just in tray open. Okay. Yeah, spacing. So spacing. I like to left. Oops, that's a lob throw. So what you actually want to do is left trigger throw as soon as you snap to the slot receiver. And in the goal line, they actually have a higher chance to catch it and hold on to it. So I don't know why it keeps lobbing right there, but if you run it to the left and left trigger throw, you should get the low throw and he should get it. Alright, next play is smash. So a lot of plays in this one. They're all basic, but that's the reason they're going over, so you can just diversify. Look at the smash concept. It's always corner. It's basically the read, pretty easy. Alright, so gun doubles. This is the next formation. So I like to run where's this play at? Halfback angle right here. You out and then smart route your right wide receiver to get that 10-yard in or 10-yard out. That beats cover 3. Then the Texas seam route will beat cover 2. But those other 2 routes are pretty pointless. You could always drag that Clark and try and get him into the field. But yeah, most of the time that's all you're gonna run. Pretty simple. I just like the Texas seam combination. It just makes it's a killing on a lot of plays. Kansas City under. Just out route your halfback. Look for the halfback first. If he's not open, throw it to the wide receiver. Pretty easy. Flanker drive. Don't really have to go over flanker drive because it's not that great to begin with. It's just something you gotta try and do. So I like to put Rice in and out and then smart route. Alright, there we go. So, alright, there we are. So that's what it'll look like, and just try and hit the underneath to anyone really. So Owens usually gets the best opening because all the clear outs. Pretty simple. Inside zone. Just inside zone this here. Don't think too much of it. Read options cool. It's a faster inside zone. So. That's all. Double sluggo. That's a solo challenge play. So let's see. Let me show you it. This double sluggo. So you max protect. Just watch your protections, and versus a solo challenge, you can get this deep throw. That's a solo challenge play, so keep that in mind when you're on solos. Oh man, Kansas City snugs flip. Alright, there we are. Kansas City seam. So what I like to do is drag this tight end. And there you go. Pretty simple. Just make sure you make your read. It's going to be the deep red route or the in route. Or the drag route, I guess. Your next play in there is bench swap. So what you're going to do is you're going to, I guess you can't motion them. But streak like that. And now you have a flood to this side. Pretty simple. We all know how to run bench to the left side, so it's a good play overall. Drive is the next one. So drive trail. It's an all cross. What I like to do is out route the Clark route. See that left right receiver? Now you have a bench to the left and all cross to the right. That was nice defense, Gore. Or wait a second. So yeah, just keep that in mind. It's just an all cross and a bench. So I like plays like that where they're two-sided and they have 2 different concepts on each side are always pretty fun to run. Y trip's weak. Where's this other? There's another all cross play I really like, slot cross. So you can always just leave it like this and just hit the open guy because this play is just really good. The other thing you can do is you can re-in Owens Try and get that in route. But if it's not open, just throw it to the open crosser. This is probably one of the best all crosses in the game outside of the Browns gun tight end. So gun wing offset is the next one. Alright, right here. Alright, so this inside zone, it's an offset run, so it means it's going to get open quick. Next one, let's see, that screen is 2 blockers, so it's pretty good. The PA read, I think this is a boot route. Let's see. Yeah, this is a boot, so you get the QB run along with the flood. So always keep that in mind. Next one is... where'd it go? So where's this wheel? PA post wheel. This is a fun shot play. So just hit that and try and hit Davis deep. It's a shot play, so don't rely on it. But the 2 posts are really nice. So you could actually run the posts multiple times a game. Because it's a double post, so you get 2 posts to throw to. Gun trips tight end is the next one. Alright, so gun trips tight end. This quick flat, not as good as the one from the New England book, because the New England book, your tight end gets an outside slant. So what I like to do is max protect and then streak him and try and hit the open underneath. Pretty simple. The slot screen has 2 blockers. It's a really nice play. Its major flaw is the... Where is it at? I want to show you it. Oh, is the screen not in this one? Oh, why is that in the book? Let me delete that. Being Madden focus, not having the play I thought it was. Alright, so where's inside cross? Alright, inside cross. Streak the tight end in your outside left wide receiver. Now you have another all cross. So just make sure you hit it. Pretty easy. Next one's a spot play. So spot plays are pretty good. Especially the spread out ones. So reason I like these is because you can hit something a little bit better. Since they're all spotted up, or since they're all spread out, the spot hitch right there, that red route, will actually be a better decoy. Nothing got open. Well, I guess the flat was open, but I didn't want to throw it. Alright, so the next play is slot corner. It's an audible. Just look for one of these posts. Post and corner. You're not going to get it every time because it's a tough play to get. Boot. Boot's the next one. Alright, boot. Boot. Boot shot. Okay, boot shot. Good all cross play. You have QB run ability, so... if you want to have the QB run part of this, try flipping it, because it's the only way the QB run's actually gonna allow the run. Because there's a stutter step when you go to the right, so if you go to the left, there's no stutter step. I guess there was a stutter step there. Maybe it's on the play. But yeah, it's a good play. It's an all cross. It's almost a vert, so that seam will get open. Okay, so the next one is bunch quads. Everyone loves this bunch quads formation because it's unique. Drag under. I like to slant the red wide receiver, and then you run it as all cross. Pretty simple. Alright, so the version 2 of this one is you're going to streak the far right receiver. You're going to smoke the far left receiver. And then you're going to throw the crosser if it gets open. So you have 3, like a Hail Mary over here. So you're going to run it with the QB and try and get the downfield blocking. And if that's not open, you're praying that you can hit this Taylor route. Yeah, see how it got opened just at the end? You need the time to hit it, but it's something you can actually hit. Alright, so the next play is inside post. Put the far right wide receiver in a drag. Alright, so like this. And then just run it as another all cross. This play is really good if you like all cross plays, because there's a lot of them. Bunch trail, pretty simple. This is also, you can run this the same as the other one. I didn't mean to do that, but it's a bunch trail again. Alright, so just like the other bunch trail from the gun bunch, you're gonna motion him over and just high point him in the red zone. So obviously I'm not in the red zone, but I'm sure you can understand what I mean. Spacing, another good red zone play. Hit your open player. Pretty simple. Tight end angle. Or drag under. Still same. Oop. Yeah, so tight end angle is the last one. There's a ton of videos online about this gun bunch quads if you want to look. I didn't even find all the setups. I'm sure there's more. So tight end angle. Streak the outside bunched wide receivers, so this Clark route. And then slant the outside wide receiver. So the Owens will be slanted. Now you have another all cross. And this all cross concept is pretty darn good. Gun trio offset is, I think, the final formation in this book. No, there's two more. Alright, so gun trio offset. Trio offset weak. Okay, so middle slant. It's another all cross play, because of course it is. And just try and hit the all cross. Let's see, you have inside zone as the audible, and since it's an offset inside zone, it's a good one. Let's see, your other ones are verts. It's a decent vert. You get a dragon route at halfback, so that's always nice. The screens are really good in this playbook, or this formation. Gun trio chief is the next one. Gun trio chief. Alright, so the inside zone is pretty good because it looks offset, so it's decent enough. This shot wheel, yet another shot play. So just try and hit the post. I got intercepted, that's why it's a shot play. You only run it like once or twice. Really wish they'd fix the QB mechanics behind the line. That way you can escape sacks. So yeah, if you have the time to throw it, of course, because that seems to be the problem, like every shot play I've ever used, you can get something deep like that. Okay, so there's a deep attack is the next one. Trio chief. Deep attack, deep attack, deep attack. Where is it at? Here it is, deep attack. Streak the tight end. And re-in Owens, and that's just yet another all cross. So try and mix things up because of how many all crosses are in this book. But yeah, that's been this book. So there's a spot route right here as an audible that's pretty decent. Again, blocking is important because I can't ever get it. Especially against the practice computers. It's like they don't want me to look good. Alright, so this has been Tim from Madden University. Leave a like, subscribe, follow Twitch, join the Facebook group, and you'll see some more content like this. Have a good game. Alright, so let's end that broadcast, because the broadcast is hard to end sometimes.